Alright, so if I sound different, it's because my headset broke, and I apologize for any background noise. But today is something different, and I know it's been a while since there's been videos, had a lot going on, moved, um, dog passed away, stuff like that, nothing big. But today is Branded Dark Magician Combo Guide. Right now, I've been messing with it more. When the branded structure deck came out, I topped two of the locals in my area, both of which are like an hour away from me, not the closer ones, twice with it. But this is running a smaller branded package. But anyway, I want to show up some combo guides. First is very simple. It's just Souls and Branded Fusion. Use Magician Souls, which will send Dark Magician to the graveyard. And your special summon Magician Souls. The reason we summon Souls is because if you have Soul Servant here, you can send Soul Servant to draw, and then banish it again to get draw 2. Not bad. Or if you just have any other dead spells, multiple copies of Branded Fusion, a prep if you already have Illusion of Chaos, stuff like that, get you some draw power. Then hard play Branded Fusion. And now a lot of people who play Branded Dark Magician, like I'm using to make Lebellion, we're actually going to make Albion. And we're first going to send Fallen Albaz, and we are playing a Dogmatika engine in this version. I'm not sold on this version of the deck yet, so I'm not going to show off the list too heavily, if at all. But for shits and giggles, we're going to send Effect Veiler. We're going to summon Albion. Now we're going to use Albion's effect on summon to, of course, fuse, but we're going to fuse into Dragoon. Using Dark Magician. Now, if you're going second here, you should leave Albion on field to poke for extra damage. But for shits and giggles here, we're going to go with sending Albion away to make Dragoon. 2-card combo into Dragoon with no discard. And in theory, if you had Soul Servant or Rod or a way to get Soul Servant, you had 2 more cards in your hand. One, which would be a Dark Magician card if you activate Soul Servant. So you'd still have 2. You would replace the 2 cards you used by doing that. You'd be -1 because you had to send Soul Servant. But you still have 4 cards in your hand. Not bad. But anyway, next combo. My math may have sucked there also. Alright, combo number 2. We're going to use our copy of Magician Souls, which is going to summon our copy of Dark Magician, because why the fuck not? This is a little different combo than the one I mentioned during the first combo. It's going to get you a draw 2. This will also get you a draw 2, but not in the same manner. Normal summon Dark Magician, or not normal summon Dark Magician. Special summon Dark Magician off Souls. Use Rod. Rod will grab you your copy of Soul Servant. Because Soul Servant is a good card. Now we're going to activate our copy of Branded Fusion. Branded Fusion will now summon Albion by sending Fallen Albaz and our copy of Mana. Albion will now activate its effect, which is going to summon us Lebellion, the Big Booty Dragon, and we're going to use our copies of Magician Souls in the graveyard and our copy of Fallen Albaz. Summon Lebellion in defense, use Lebellion's effect, which will discard our copy of Ash because we needed a random discard. We're not going to activate our copy of Soul Servant yet. We're now going to summon Mirror Jade, which will use the Banished Fallen Albaz and our Lebellion, which will in turn summon us Mirror Jade. Now you're going to activate your copy of Soul Servant. Keep in mind you would still have 1 more card in your hand because we had 4, not 5. Not going to chain Mirror Jade. Soul Servant will now get us our copy of Secrets of Dark Magic. Now we're going to banish our copy of Soul Servant, and we will draw 2 because Mana is in the grave and Dark Magician is on the field. Which got us into another copy of Fallen Albaz, which is okay. Activate our copy of Secrets of Dark Magic, which will now fuse into our copy of Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, or Dragonite if you need to. And I'm not going to summon Dragonite because in 90% of cases Dragoon is better. But now you'd still have one more card in your hand, so you have 2 cards, which could be hand traps, and one is a Dragoon negate. And you have Magician's Rod. Rod is kind of fucking dead, not gonna lie. But you have a targeting banish and Dragoon and 2 cards in hand. Not bad. It took a lot to get there, but still not bad. Now, combo number 3. This is the combo I mentioned earlier. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to use Magician's Souls, which will send our copy of Dark Magician to Summon Souls. Now, do not play Branded Fusion. Not yet. Now you're going to normal summon your copy of Magician's Rod. Normal copy. I can't speak sometimes. Use Soul Servant. Souls is now going to send Soul Servant. You can activate Soul Servant here if you have like Eternal Soul or something. If you have Circle to forcibly get your Eternal Soul, and you'd still get a draw 1. But for right now, we're going to get ourselves a draw 2. This could be a draw 3 if you have any other dead card, like another copy of Branded Fusion. Very easily do that. Now we're going to banish our copy of Soul Servant while Dark Magician is in the graveyard, because when we summon Albion, he's going to be banished. Now we're going to get another draw. Activate your copy of Branded Fusion, which will now get you to Dragoon by summoning Albion, following Albaz, and Effect Failure for shits and giggles. And Albion. Use Albion's effect. You summon Dragoon. Use Albaz. And here we could banish the Dark Magician into hand. But I don't particularly want to do that because fuck it. And use the Dark Magician into graveyard, which will in turn summon us a copy of Dragoon. Unfortunately, these 2 are still on field and there's nothing really we can do with them. But we got Dragoon. We got Albion. We would still also have, say, started with 3 cards. Drew 2. We still have 3 other cards in our hand by my math, which might suck. So, we still have cards to play with. Anyway, next combo. Alright, now we're going to do Branded Fusion with Nadir. So, right off the bat, we're going to do Branded Fusion. And this will summon Dragoon, or it can summon Mirjade, doesn't matter. But since this is for Dark Magician, we're going to summon Dragoon. So, right off the bat, we're going to use our copy of Lebellion, using the Dark Magician into deck and following the Albaz. Summon Lebellion. Always summon Lebellion in defense because he has a bigger booty in defense. Use Lebellion's effect, which will send Dark Magician to the graveyard, which will summon Dragoon by using the Dark Magician graveyard and following the Albaz to summon Dragoon. Very basic. Most Branded DM players know that combo, and you have 1 pop Dragoon. Alright. Pretty fair. Off of 2 cards, really, because you have to have a discard. So you'd still have 2 more cards in your hand in addition to Nadir. But now we're going to activate Nadir and go down to traditional Dogmatika combo, which will send your copy of Titaniclad, which if you're going second and they didn't stop that, you could send a copy of Elder Entity Natis if you choose, but I'm sending Titaniclad, which will grab you your copy of Ecclesia. You will now normal summon. Oh, you're not going to... You can normal, but we're going to special summon it because fuck it. Summon Ecclesia in defense. Ecclesia will grab you your copy. If you really wanted to play Maximus, I guess you could. But I'm not going to because I don't really like Maximus. Because I feel like branded tier limits will become more popular and we'll still have rogue branded Despia decks running around. Not as common as Sprite and tier limits though, so I don't still really want to play Maximus, especially in Dark Magician. Because 1, it's very hard for us to get a monster in the extra deck turn 1 anyway if we hard open it. And I really just don't want to play Maximus. We really don't benefit from it. We're going to grab our copy of Dogmatika Punishment. You will now set our copy of Dogmatika Punishment. End phase. We're going to use the effect of Titaniclad, which will grab us our copy of Fleur-de-Lis. Now we have Dragoon. 1 to 2 cards left in our hand, and Fleur-de-Lis. We don't have to discard off Nadir. So, yeah, we should still have 2 other cards in our hand. So, And if any of those is a hand trap, like Imperm, that's solid. And then another card for Dragoon in this case. That's 3 interruptions. A monster they can't destroy with by battle if it's from the extra deck. The towers, 3k booty, punishment. Pretty solid turn 1 board. So anyway, let's go to the next combo. Alright, so this is a slightly different version of the same combo. So we're going to use our effect of Magician's Souls, which will send Dark Magician to the graveyard and summon souls. Activate your copy of Branded Fusion, which will turn summon Albion, just like before. Sending Albaz and Effect Veiler for shits and giggles. Summon your copy of Albion. Albion's effect will activate. Use the Summon Dragoon. Use Albaz and Dark Magician. Summon Dragoon. So that came off of 2 cards. So we have 3 more cards in our hand, plus Nadir with Dragoon on field, which is pretty fucking solid. So now we activate our copy of Nadir Servant. If you want to, honestly, if you want to do a slightly different combo for the end phase, you could send your second copy of Albion, which is why we play 2. You could play 3, I guess. So you could get another copy of Branded Fusion if you wanted to in the end phase to make a Mirror Jade. But right now, I just want to do the Dogmatika combo. But keep in mind, you can send Albion to get a follow-up for next turn. We're going to get our copy of Ecclesia. Nadir is in the grave. You will now special summon our copy of Ecclesia. And if we had Rod, we would still obviously be able to get our draw 1 off that like before. Or draw 2, actually. Use Ecclesia, which will now grab us our copy of Dogmatika Punishment. Set our copy of Punishment. End phase. Grab us our copy of Fleur de Lis. Or Fallen at Albaz if you want, but I would rather have Fleur. In most cases. So right now, if my math is right, which it might be wrong, you should still have 3 or 4 cards left in your hand. Because you use Souls and Branded Fusion in Nadir. You'd have 2 more cards in your hand. Okay. So you still have options. It's just like before. Anyway, it's all the combos I can think of for right now. If you know any more that I'm missing, let me know. I'm not going to show the list yet because I'm not super confident with it right now. I'm going to take it to locals on Sunday and see how it does. I don't know how well it'll do against Sprite because I really haven't played against that deck a whole lot. I know kind of how to side for it. Against Tear Limits, I feel like we should have a decent matchup. But anyway, leave me some comments down below. I apologize for not uploading so long, and peace.